you could do it again, what would you do differently?
I probably wouldn't have been so awkward on my date with Len because that was like so embarrassing. And no, like literally, I was so hard to watch, and I didn't even watch it. I was watching it in my head. It was an outer body experience. My body was floating in the air, looking down, like, "Girl, don't do that. Don't say that."
I think Chloe felt the same, right? Or was that with?
I don't know.
When she said he was like, I looked into his eyes and I saw my soulmate. I'll never forget about that.
I think what I would have done.
She didn't need to. No, she came back.
She said that to him.
She came back. No, on the interview. On the interview, she goes, she comes back. She's like, guys, I think I accidentally just called Len my soulmate. I don't know how they got me to say that, but I did not mean to.
That's crazy. That's great.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to It Hurts to Be Pretty. I'm your host, Angel Martinez, and I have an announcement to make. I have made Rochelle the official co-host. Woo!
Oh, thank you.
I took her to dinner. I took her on a date.
You took me on a date.
I took her on a date, and I was like, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes.
I've been getting a lot of feedback saying how great you are and how it just flows. I think just also our history of so many years of knowing each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rochelle, are you paying these people?
Stop saying that. Okay, maybe one.
I'm like, but my nephew, who I went to go see in New York City, he's like, Auntie Angel, I love her. She's funny.
So cute.
Yeah, he was like, we got to kiki all day with her. He just loves her banter. He also loves a good older man. So he's just all about
We're
your
besties
stories.
already.
Yeah. Anyway, so congratulations. I'm excited for the future. And it makes me excited. You know, sometimes with podcasting, it ebbs and flows. And I'm excited. We had a rough year. And sometimes you're just like, why am I doing this? No one really cares. But people care. People want to listen. People love to hear about skincare, life situations, and our crazy dating stories, which we'll get into that in a minute.
Oh, we're going to jump right in.
But I'll just talk briefly about my New York trip because I went to New York and LA. And both were not for the show. One was for my nephew. He got accepted to Columbia University.
That's huge.
That's huge. It's such a beautiful school. So he asked me to go to Parent Day. I was so excited. Here's the kicker, though. Like, he already has his master's and he already has a job. He's an architect right now at a firm. So he was debating whether he should go to school for about a year in New York City to a prestigious college and get another advanced master's and be like $150,000 in debt. So that's kind of what we were talking about. And I'm like, why don't you just move to New York City?
Right.
And just try to find a firm. So we'll wait to see what he does. But while I was away, you played.
I did play. Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, I leave her alone and she goes and dates a little younger.
I know. I feel like a cougar now.
And he's probably your same age.
He is. He's actually 40, but I'm 3 months older. So he's getting a kick out of that. And he's like, even if it's 3 months, you're still a cougar. I'm all right.
Well, I knew you liked him because when I left, you were kind of like blushing and he's so cute. Yeah. So I didn't know, what was going to happen, but you went on a date.
I did. And I'm never like that. You know me. I'm very much like, I don't know. I don't go into things with very high expectations. I feel like you're the same. Like, we've been on so many dates and have so many stories to tell that you can't get excited too quickly.
Yeah.
So we actually met on Instagram, but we have a lot of friends in common. And now that we've told a lot of stories, like, it's just crazy. I'm sure we've met many times in the past and just haven't put two and two together. But yeah, we'll see. We've gone on like 4 dates, which is a lot for me.
Wait, 4 dates in a week?
No, it's been like 3 weeks.
I'm like,
it started while before you were gone though. So, but they've just been like little happy hours and stuff like that. Or one night we went and played pool and darts and stuff. So I don't know. I'm like, it's been fun. And I snuck into his house. I felt like I was in high school.
But tell him why, because the kid was there.
Yes. One of his boys was there, but sleeping. And obviously, like, when you're divorced, like, it's hard when you have kids and you have to try to make each other like a priority if you want to see each other and whatnot. And so I snuck in, we had fun, and then I left. I was like, I felt so naughty, but it was fun.
Naughty's fun sometimes.
It is
fun. I feel like you needed that.
I did need that.
Because a lot of the men you've dated are,
Older.
ripping ass while they pee.
Oh my gosh.
And saggy butt, saggy balls. And you needed a switch up
Yeah.
when you called me and you're like, he pushed me up against the car and grabbed my ass. I'm like, good.
I know, it was so hot. I mean, I'm so type A, like with everything in my life. When it comes to like the bedroom and a man, I'm like, take charge, rip
Yeah.
my clothes off, throw me
Yeah.
on the bed. And he does that. So it got me very excited.
So there's going to be another date for sure.
Stay tuned.
But you're dating other, like you're being open to like dating others.
Yes, I'm open. I'm sure he's very attractive. I'm sure he's out there dating, and we'll see. I'm like, you can't put all your eggs in one basket until
Yeah.
y'all have that discussion. And being a single mom, we're so freaking busy. Like our time is so limited, especially if whoever you're dating, your schedules don't line up with
Yeah.
the kids. So you're like, okay, I'll see you now and see you in 2.5 weeks. Like
Yeah.
you just never know what's gonna happen. So I'll report back.
Well, I got back on Raya, which I said I wouldn't get
Yes.
back on. And when I was in New York, I'm like, you know what? Who cares? I'm just going to get back on. And we weren't allowed for a few months to get on any dating sites.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't really love Raya, but I'm going to be open because you just never know.
You never know.
Traveling and stuff like that. And I'm not a huge fan of Hinge or Bumble,
Oh,
but
horrible.
there's just so many. Like my best friend called you the other day and said,
Yeah, she's all, get on Luxy. I was like, well, I have, but
they're two of the same. I cannot. With your guys' country singers singing to you.
Oh my gosh. I know
that
I
story.
told you last night. Okay, so I was dating this guy. I don't know, when was that? Like a year and a half ago or whatever. But I think we've talked about this before. Anytime I was with him, or even not with him, like we would get done from a date and he immediately would prop up his phone on the way home and he'd be like singing me a song. But I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
And multiple times.
multiple times. And I would send them to Angel and she's like, I cannot.
I'm like,
What
stop
the
sending your
hell?"
country songs.
Well, that started again. I'm all, the songs are flowing again. He's
But didn't you find out he was married? So
He's
now,
married. I know.
so he sent you a song?
Yes. So he reached out to me and told me that he's unhappily married. He's only been married, I think, like 6 months or something. And he's already moved. Like he went back home to the South. So yeah.
Yeah.
The songs are flowing again.
Oh my God.
But I didn't respond because I'm like, I can't get in the middle of someone while like you're married. You're not even going through a divorce yet. Like you're legit married still.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into that dirty situation. But the songs are happening again.
I'll keep them coming.
I'll keep them coming.
Between you and Monique, I cannot with the country guys.
I know.
I mean, I like a country man.
You do like a country
Yeah.
man. I know.
I
We
think
need to
they're
take a
hot.
trip to Dallas.
After watching Yellowstone, I was sold.
Yes. I started watching that finally. I need to finish it. But yeah, no, those men, those are ones that'll like really take charge, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like manly.
They're rough around the edges.
Yeah. So many guys are so like, what is it? Like metrosexual these days that I'm like, I'm so girly and I feel more manly than like most
Yeah.
of these men that take me on dates. I'm like,
Yeah.
might as
On
well.
that note,
On that note.
on that note, with the metrosexual, I just got back from Los Angeles. I went to the
Yes.
Vile Files. They had a big finale party,
Mhm.
and it was Wednesday night at his studios, which is really cool. You didn't know what to expect. It was invite only, and when I walked in, it's just people from Love Is Blind are there.
That's cool.
There was different. I don't know all the reality shows, but there I could remember the faces.
Mhm.
Everyone's mingling. Nick and his wife are there mingling. And the cool thing is, being host of the show, you have to study all the cast members before they, do their thing. And so when I saw Natalie, she was like, "Hi, Angel, how are you?" So it's
That's
kind of
so
nice.
Cute.
It's crazy how important to know someone's name, and it makes you feel more special.
Yeah, you feel good about yourself. Like,
And
oh,
they were lovely. They were so cute. I know people have their thoughts and opinions about them, but like I think that Monique's calling me.
her ears are ringing. She's like, "What
My
are you
best
bitches
friend.
talking about?"
I think people have their opinion on them, but I thought they were lovely.
Yeah,
Whatever they do behind closed doors is their business.
totally.
But I don't listen to their podcasts all the time, but I've listened to some,
Mhm.
especially the AOA ones.
Of course.
But it was awesome. I mean, all the cast was there, I think, except for Pfeiffer and Vanessa. But everyone else was there. I know that Pfeiffer's in Tokyo, I believe. And Vanessa had a big party at her hometown. I'm not sure where that is. But yeah, I was excited. It was fun. They had cute little burgers and cookies.
That's so cute.
Age of Attraction and the Vile Files. it was a cool little studio, especially because I have a podcast. So seeing the chairs where they sit and do their podcast was cool. And then they had the Age of Attraction playing on the background.
Cute.
But it was good. I would say from our last podcast with Libby and Andrew,
Yes.
Libby was kind of ignoring me and like not wanting to talk and avoiding me. So she's standing like right here, and just I could have been a pole or
That's so crazy to me because you didn't say anything bad.
No.
And it's like, this is your job.
yeah.
Like, you do a podcast, you do Instagram. It's not like you ripped into anybody. That just shows the immaturity of her to be like, oh, she's talking about me. Like, that's just crazy.
And I actually really like Libby. I think she's a cute girl. I think she is young. She is 22. I guess she was telling, excuse me, she was telling one of the girls, I heard, I'm upset that Angel was talking about me on her podcast. Like, I'm not that young. I'm 22. I'm like, not that young and 22 in the same sentence is crazy. You're not 4, but you're young. There's nothing wrong. I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm closer to 50. I embrace it fully. She should embrace it. And listen, I, as a single mom, we mentioned this. If someone were to say this is stepmommy at 22, or I would, is she ready at 22?
Yeah.
Because listen, I had all 3 of my kids at 22.
Mm-hmm.
I was married in a full-blown marriage. We bought a house together. So some people mentally are ready for that step.
Things were so different back then, though.
Yeah.
I feel like people are just so much younger and immature these days.
We live in an Instagram, TikTok world.
Yeah.
So I said hi to her. And I was like, hi, Libby. And I was like, listen, I roast you guys in love. And that's all I said.
What's she mad about? Como se dice? Like, bitch, you said that. Like, I'm sorry.
I have no ill towards her. But Andrew came up to me and he's like, you could be a little nicer. And I'm like, Andrew, come on. I roast you in love. I could have been meaner.
We could have been a lot meaner.
And
thanks
people
for listening to the podcast, by the way.
People don't appreciate that. I actually really liked Andrew a lot. He was, because you have to remember, even though we're around these people for so long, for almost 4 weeks, you don't get to talk to them one-on-one if you're not mic'd. So we don't really know each other. This is the thing. I'm learning a lot more about people this past week. And I'm like, as much as I want to trust people, you can't trust them. You don't know them.
Right.
We just have a trauma bond, and forever grateful for that trauma bond. So that was, Andrew came up to me. He's like, just be a little nicer. And I'm like, okay, I'll try. But by the time this airs, you guys will find out they are still together.
That's wild.
And they were cute. I had a video of them off in the corner, just like talking and flirting. And I thought it was really cute.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. This is my question, because you know how people like to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
They like to date because they know that's what expected of them, and they might get a little bit more, press and whatnot. So the couples that are still together or were together, do you feel like they were just for the show, just to get a little more press? Because people are going to be like, oh, they're still together. So cute, so cute. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you saying that they're cutesy in the corner, okay, good. Like, maybe they really do like each other. That's great. But some of the other couples, like, they don't give me that vibe. They give me more like do it for the fame vibes.
Yeah. I think America, the world, we're not dumb. We're very intuitive. So we can see on TV who's playing the role, who's not. Because they're off flirting in the corner doesn't mean they have enough to sustain a relationship.
For sure.
But time will tell.
Yeah.
I don't know their relationships. I know that in this kind of experience, you rely on each other. I'm really close to some of the girls because it's a trauma bond. And I know it, like, okay, Angel, you didn't go to war. But you were secluded from the world, and it's kind of a mind fuck what they put you through.
Yeah.
You're secluded in a room, and say it's me, you, us, there's 5 of us, and we're there for 6 hours waiting for our turn to be filmed, and you can't really, so someone's watching you and you can't talk about life or anything. You could just talk about like, oh, the trees, and it's really, it makes you go crazy.
Yeah.
So that was Andrew, and so let's go to Chris and Leah.
Yes.
Chris, actually, when I flew in that night, he met us. He flew in at the same time. And me getting to know him a little more, I think he's so lovely.
You do?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he ever liked Leah. I think that, I don't know his show. I don't know. I can't speak for him. I just don't think as a woman you want to feel desired and loved and want to be touched and held. And he gave me none of that on the show. But plot twist, they're actually really good friends. They were golfing last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they hang out on
that's cool.
So they're platonic friends, and I appreciate a man. Like, we went to go have drinks, and Chris took care of the whole tab.
I love that.
And it was like 6 of us. And I just, for him being so young, he's only like 25. I don't know how old he is. I love that. He does have some mature qualities. I'll give him that. But he's actually a gentle soul. I really liked him. Him and Leah, I hadn't seen them together, their dynamic, but they seem like cool homies.
Good.
And it was great. Let's see, who else?
Who else? Okay, so Jorge was there.
Jorge was there, and I always say, Jorge.
Jorge.
However, him and Brenda had some beef. Like, you know, Brenda wasn't shown on TV, but she was in the beginning a little bit. They went on a couple dates and things didn't go well. So as soon as Brenda and I get there, we're all in the elevator together, and I'm like, awkward. And they just did not speak at all.
Wait, they dated on the show or after?
After.
After the show. Okay.
Yeah, after him and Vanille. And listen, I'm sure, I mean, when you're single, you could date whoever you want.
Right.
So it's fine. But Brenda was like, no, we're not meant to be together. And so it was kind of awkward, that part, especially us taking pictures after. I'm like,
Yeah. No, I get that.
Do not mess with each other. But Jorge, in a weird way, is just, I guess I know men who are 60 who date younger women. It's just their thing. And I said yesterday on the podcast, Jorge is one of the realest ones on the show, because who you get, you know, on and off. Yeah. So you either like him or you don't. And that is just how Jorge is. And I don't agree with a lot of things that he has said.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was trying to set him up with you and he asked, does she have a fat ass and suck dick?
Yeah. I was like, that is the first thing that came out of his mouth. I was like, next. Nope. Come on.
Yeah. So you have to like, okay, these are the men nowadays. These are the pickings.
Yeah. Hence why we're still single.
And Vanille, I went and had lunch with her. And I really love her. She deserves a good man. And listen, there was controversy around the celibacy thing. And she admitted, she goes, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I slip up. I'm not saying I'm.
We all do.
And I told her that. I said, I respect that. Just because I'm this way, no one can argue that I'm not a Christian woman. Because that's my belief. So, you know, people are coming for her, but it's what we sign up for. Yeah. It could have been me. If I was a main, people ripping you, it sucks. But I'm going to rip some people too. Right. Because it's like you sign up, you're watching them on TV, but what you see on TV is only a glimpse of what really happened. So next up, Vanessa and Logan, or we can go to Derek and Pfeiffer. They're not together. Yes. Pfeiffer, I think, has a full-on boyfriend. And yeah, she has a boyfriend. She's out there with him. I'm not sure what he looks like or who he is. And Derek is single, and I announced on one of the podcasts, Derek is one of the guys that I dated after the show. Yes. He slid in my DMs. He's the one I went to Dallas for. He's the one that came to Denver. And about 2 weeks prior to announcing the cast, a week and a half, we got in a little tiff. It was our first one. And he's like, I think we should pull back. Keep in mind, he's probably worried of like, all the things that are about to be said, and he doesn't want to have to deal with this and that. But I'm not a pullback person. Pull back. Yeah. And so for me, I'm like, let me make this easy. Hung up on him. And okay, no one deserves to be hung up on. I also think nowadays men want to be chased and courted and want to be dated, and I speak for most of the men on the cast. Like, they love the attention, they love. And no, I'm not that girl. I'm not going to chase you. That's so crazy to me. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what happened to like the manly man? Like, chase us. I said on my Instagram, I'm like, we need another military draft. Like, I think we need to toughen up some of these men. Toughen up some of these men. We need a few good men. Seriously, no, we do. It's really speaking sad. Of that, I hated Derek's new haircut. Oh, it was giving Marines. Yes. So, and shout out to the Marines, are all hot, but like. And he's a very handsome man, but I just hated the cut. And I'm like, well, this helps with the ick.
Right. No, he's giving me so many icks.
So I think a couple things. I wasn't going to mention that I even dated him, but
y'all were in like a full blown, you were dating. It wasn't just dating. Like a casual, like,
yeah,
you guys talked for hours.
Sure.
You saw each other numerous times. Like,
yeah. And we're just trying to see if this could work. It was great when it was great. Yeah. And I think that you never really know someone. And he's like, I think you should know me. I'm like, I don't know you. I've only known you for 2 months. Mm-hmm. So someone that tells me they're going to pull back right when they're a main character, I question what, you know, you start to question. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you on the show? Why do you want to be single? And I heard from a little birdie that he already has someone new holding hands, kissing at a party that I was supposed to go to in LA. Thank God I didn't go. And listen, it's not the fact that I want him back.
No.
It is the disrespect, and any grown woman knows this. It's the actual act of a little bit of disrespect, mm-hmm. because he was checking to see if I was going to the party or not for that very reason. And that part hurt. I felt a little lied to, and he owes me nothing. At the end of the day, true. But again, we had a little more substance than that.
Yeah.
And these men move quickly.
They move really quickly.
Damn.
But here's one thing, and I don't know if you want to talk about it, but this is what like set me off, is the night before he messaged you trying to make sure y'all were cool. Mm-hmm. And I actually was like, oh, good for him. He's not being a little bitch. But then we found out like the only reason he was doing that was because he was bringing a girl the next night. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurt my feelings. It's not one of those things that I'm like, oh, I'm fine. It hurt to see. I think one of their pictures was posted by a mutual cast member, which hurt again. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm so grateful for this experience, and grateful for even Derek and Sean, the guys I dated, because that's 2 men I've dated in the last 24 months. So who cares? Yeah. I could have dated way more, and I will be, but
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But I think that dating a reality star, knowing some of these men's motives what's the next for me?
Yeah.
I was asked last night if I wanted to do another show. No, I don't. I love my business. I love being here. I know you do, so I was pushing you with Rachel casting. But I don't want to do another show. I really went on there looking for love. Silly me. So David, who is the showrunner of Age of Attraction, was there. And the main guy from Netflix was there that cut us. So David produces this big giant mass thing called Age of Attraction. And then Netflix flies in that Friday and says, yes, no, 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 yes.
Oh, they're the ones that do it. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if I'm able to say his name, but he was there and he hugged me. He's like, don't be mad at me. And I'm like, I'm actually not mad at you. I'm one of the ones that's not mad. And he followed me on social. I just said, everything happens for a reason. I'm glad those hot tub scenes, the full thing, because Derek had mentioned, I thought you didn't want to show those to be, I thought you didn't want those to be seen. However, that was the G version of the hot tub scene.
Yes. Yeah.
Way more went on in that hot tub. So I'm grateful for that. Let's see who else was there. Logan was there, but not Vanessa. So I like Logan. I think that, you'll find out that they're engaged and they're still together.
And I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, but I've just heard a lot. And it sounds like they're the most surprising out of everyone that's like still together, right?
Yeah. I think that for me, I put my foot in my mouth because they're the ones. I don't really talk to Vanessa. I never really, it's not that I don't hate her. I don't like her. Yeah, I'm very mutual with her.
Yeah.
I don't have to be friends with everyone on the show. No. And Logan, I got to know a little more when I went to Dallas. And I really liked Logan a lot. I think he's a sweet man. And I think they're giving it a try. And I think it could work. Them. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think people like Vanessa, people who own businesses, are very aggressive personalities. And so we'll see if it works. Fun fact, this is off subject because I've been proven wrong before. My birth mother is married to someone my age. He's actually like 2 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
And they have been together for almost like 16 years.
Yeah, so you never know.
So you never know. It could work. That's for another podcast because she met him when he was in prison, and this is why I'm in therapy.
That's another, hold that topic. That's another podcast.
But listen, they work and it works for them, and I'm still single. Joke's on me, haha. So I don't, like sometimes people surprise me, even the ones that you think like they're not going to work. So I'm actually rooting for them in a weird way because I would love for some of the couples to last. I know
what I was going to say. What about John and Teresa? So
John and Teresa, I got to talk to Teresa. There was some drama with some of the girls and her, and it was a lot of fighting. And that's truly why I left the group chat. She
really did. She said, bye. My time is over. Goodbye.
I did for both group chats. It's a little exhausting. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people. It's 40 in one group. It's 20 in another. And that's a lot of messaging. And then having my work group chat and my kids group chat, my mental health is everything. And I love these girls, and the ones who want to be friends will be friends for a lifetime. John and Teresa were cordial. They were, they're not together. Okay. I think they tried. And I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, and I stand by it. Teresa's story represented a lot of women who are over 45 who put themselves out there, put age aside, and it's scary because our dating pool gets smaller and smaller as we get older. So I love that she put herself out there. I love that she tried. I love that she, even the letter that she wrote, or her kids wrote John a letter, and I cried when she read that.
So cute.
Because they love their mom.
Yeah.
They've seen us go through a lot, and they don't want us to see us heartbroken again.
Yeah.
And sometimes we make bad choices because love is such a foreign thing to us. We're used to loving on everyone else. So he was there. John is a very old soul, even though he's 27. He's very dapper. I think he's also very young. Mm-hmm. And I think that he'll probably do more shows, Some people question his motive. I think that at the end of the day, we all connected in some way. It's a trauma bond. I think there was real feelings. I do think that they really cared for each other. With all of them, even with Derek crying at the end, I'm like, whoa, the tears. Like, why?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But I cried on the show. You never got to see that. It's real feelings.
It is.
Because you're away from your kids and you're like trying, like maybe this can work. And I do believe that he really genuinely cared for her too. It's just it's a thing. It's weird to understand and comprehend because you barely know these people. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
How do you feel? I feel like fame, even if it's 5 seconds of fame, gets to your head. Not your head. I just mean in general, like people's heads very easily. How do you think the cast, like the main cast, them being in the spotlight has affected them? Have you noticed a lot of people's like personalities changing and just the way they act? Because a lot of, I don't know if you follow like the Mormon housewives and stuff. Like people's lives get torn apart the second you're shown on TV.
Yeah.
Big heads, cheating, sliding into people's DMs, thinking they're too good for everyone. So have you noticed that a little bit in some of the cast members?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that when you're just regular people with regular socials, some of these people started with 1,000 followers, some of them didn't own businesses. I know Leo was a flight attendant. So you get this attention out of nowhere. And I don't think they know. They have therapists ready on hand to talk to anyone at any time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
while going
good.
through this process. Because you're going to get a lot of hate. And some people can't handle that kind of rejection.
Right.
Somebody once told me like, oh, what if they're saying this and this and this about you? I'm like, okay, that's been all last 2025.
Right.
Like people will talk about me. It's not that I'm a robot, but I think that they don't know how to handle fame. Fame and money make you more of who you already were. Yes. So if you are arrogant, cocky asshole, you're going to be an even more arrogant, cocky asshole. If you're a little diva, you're going to be even more of a diva.
Yeah.
And some people crave that attention. It's that dopamine. And I did the show. There's some arrogance to that. Like I wanted to do the show too, but I didn't do it to pop off on my business. Our business is doing well. It definitely helps the business.
Absolutely.
But there are a good core of the women who actually went for love. And there's so many great women that you guys didn't get to see. There was 20 women. You got to see only a handful. And their stories were told and they interviewed everyone and we were all hopeful to find love. I can't speak for the men, but I spent a lot of time with the girls like, yes, I'm ready to date. Like, I hope there's some good guys. I hope there's quality men. And I think that season 2, because there will be a season 2, it'll be better. More money will be dumped into it. There'll be more episodes. I think it sucks because I would have rather been part of season 2.
Right. Season 1, they're feeling it out. Like, and they've gotten a lot of feedback. Even myself and a few people that have watched it were like, what happened? Like, we see people and they're gone. Then they're just gone.
Yeah.
We're like, why'd they go home? When they go home? Like,
Yeah.
they could have told the story a little bit more and showed a little bit more behind the scenes. So I hope that happens in season 2. If you could do this whole experience over again, what would you change? Is there anything that sticks out to you that you're like, I wish I would have done this different? Or I wish I would have handled this different? Like, is there any, or are you happy with the way that you did things?
I wish I would have put myself a little more forward. I'm not a dater that, like, when we go to bars, you talk to men and you're able to just mingle, and it takes a lot for me. I'll sit there just like this and look away. I'm not like, so
I don't do
what
that.
are you doing at the bar later on tonight? What are you doing after hours? I don't, like, you don't do that, but that's funny.
I don't do that. I'm stupid. I'm just more like, hi. Half the time I look at a guy for you and I look at you and you're like, no. And I'm like, fine. But I'll still be like, hi, what are you drinking? Like,
Yeah.
I just am social. I don't know.
Yeah. And my social battery's depleted when I'm sitting at the bar. So
Totally.
I'm like,
You're on all day though.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't like to just mingle unless it's someone I'm like, oh my God, I need to talk to this man.
Yeah. It doesn't happen often, but every once in a while.
Every
it
once in a
does.
while, I'm like,
It
he's hot.
does.
I would want
Yeah.
to talk to him.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you do differently?
I would have put myself a little more aggressive, like
Okay,
be a
with
little
the
more
men.
aggressive with the men. Not aggressive, but just talk more and get to know them. You think you have so much time, but you don't. And you don't,
Yeah.
they don't tell you the process. They don't tell you you're going to be in holding for 6 hours, 10 hours, and then you're filming for 2 minutes from the whole day. So you didn't get to talk to a John or an Andrew. You just got to talk to whoever you were mingling with at that time. I wish I would have done that better.
Okay.
I wish I would have dated more of the men.
Mhm.
So not just, even if I was just, it took a week for me to go up to Sean. So, and again, I had to go up to him.
I know.
So I wish I would have went out and did a little more, but I wouldn't change anything. I'm grateful for the experience. At 47 years old, I got to be on a Netflix show.
It's huge.
And even though I was shown in 1 and 2, it is a blessing to be part of it. I'm so grateful for the friendships I created, the ones that I let go of.
yeah.
I don't think we have to be friends and it's a big kumbaya.
You don't.
No,
You don't have to be friends with everyone you
No,
come
no.
across. Like, mm-mm.
I don't think. I do hope that everyone genuinely finds love.
Mhm.
I think I think that's what, at the end of the day, that's what life is about. It's not being a reality star. I was thinking about reality TV. There's so many right now.
Yeah.
There's so many. And back in the day, there was only a handful.
Mhm.
So your fame is short-lived in these kind of shows,
Mhm.
unless you go on to do bigger shows. I will do Traders. If anyone's
Yes.
wondering, I would do Traders.
That's the one show you said you would do. I don't even
Mhm.
know. What is that show? Like, quick nutshell. I don't even know what that is.
Basically, it's like,
It's not dating, right?
no,
Is
it's
it a game
it's a
show?
game and you win money and
Oh, hell yeah.
you find out like who's the traitor, basically.
Oh, you'd be good at that. No, you would. I'm like anything that you have to be strategic with, and like, heck yeah, you'd be good
There's
at that.
some, well, and also there's a prize at the end.
Heck yeah.
You don't get someone who's 30
Reach out
and
for her. She needs to be on that show.
no, because what if you're gone forever? I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's true.
And
I
I'm
couldn't
not,
even handle you being gone a week.
we also can't do any shows for a year unless it's like Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
So, and it has to air a year later. So we can film in this year, but it can't air until the following.
Which that kind of lines up. I feel like things
Depends
take
when they
about a year.
film. 'Cause I know like Love Island. I'm not that I'm doing Love Island.
That was all.
I'm too
Okay.
stretch marky.
Shut
too old
up.
to have. I'll be right back.
You're
I'm gonna go
so hot
dye
on
my
that.
grays.
Oh my god.
But we said last night they should do a middle-aged,
Hell yeah.
older Love Island.
I know. I was like, they're casting. Angel's like, you're too fucking old for that. I was like, Golden Bachelor.
Later daters.
Later daters.
The later daters.
We're too old for those shows. So we've got to take things back a little bit if you want to talk about our 10-year anniversary party. And we had some of the girls come for that. We haven't been able to talk about that until now.
Yes.
So you did have a good amount of girls from the show come out and support you for your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, we'll pop up a picture of that. They came, we hung out. We weren't able to talk about it or post very many photos or tag each other. So we did a quick podcast. I know half of them were a little drunky by the time they got here, but I don't even remember what it's about, but I tried to ask as many questions at the time. I hope it's still relevant. I'm not sure. But Libby was still with Andrew. I know that. I think Brenda does talk about her relationship with Jorge, or dating him, not relationship. And I can't remember anything else.
All I remember is I was like running around setting up for the party, and I go in the break room and open it, and you guys are like talking about threesomes. I was like, okay.
See, I don't even remember.
So I feel like it's going to be juicy. I don't know what all y'all talked about because I wasn't in there, but
yeah,
we're going to be rolling the clips.
Yeah, so we saved that clip. We weren't able to air it. We're going to play a small, I think it's only like 15 minutes. So stick around because this will probably be the last time. Hopefully we talk of AOA. I think I want to close the chapter and move on to bigger and better things and move on with my life. And yeah, I'm just so blessed. Very honored to be part of a great show. It was so fun in LA. I had a great time. We're going to go right into the clip from our 10-year anniversary where the girls came out to support me, which I'm super grateful for. I did some of their skin. It was fun. They tell a little bit of the tea. So listen in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next week.
Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to It Hurts to Be Pretty podcast. I'm your host, Angel Martinez. This is a very special podcast. We're doing it on the DL. I feel a little naughty. I feel like a little dirty. What do you guys? I actually like it.
I feel like I'm breaking the rules and I'm not used to that.
We feel like we're breaking the rules. Like someone's going to message us. Okay, this is a very special podcast because this is some of the members of AOA, Age of Attraction. And by the time you guys hear this, it would have already aired. And so we're going to give you the juicy behind the scenes details of AOA. And I'm so happy I'm starting with you guys because I feel like we have our own little stories to tell.
Oh my God, so
First
many.
to my left is Catherine.
Hi.
And Catherine and I met, we off the jump.
Well, day one, like literally right when you got off the plane.
Yes,
like,
we just like connected. It was like a magnet, and I'm like, you're forever mine, and I don't care what you say. Yeah. And then I met little dear Libby. She's the cutest little button, and we weren't allowed to talk about each other's age, but I was like, she's definitely one of my kids' age. Her and Elise, I was like, come here, little mija. It's just a cutie, and I know you guys just always had good energy, and welcome to the podcast, Libby. Okay. It happened, it aired, but let's talk about like when we first got there. Go ahead. Let me know.
I just remember when we first got there and we all walked in to the room at the airport, and like you walked in and I was like, oh, she's got a full beat on, like love her. And then but you don't know really how much you're gonna vibe with certain people. Mm-hmm. Like I remember having a conversation with Vanelle, and like Vanelle and I like hit it off, like really loved her. Mm-hmm. She told me that I had a nice body, so I was like, thank you so much.
And you do.
You won coins. and then like Libby, we were a slower burn. Did you come later? Were you not at the airport?
No.
Yeah, you
the last
I was like, me and Teresa were the last two in.
I gave up the treadmill for you.
That was really sweet. And like, you were reading like this thick book, and you're like, it's okay, I'm fine over here. And I'm like, probably
that's
on
so
my phone,
Catherine.
Like
scrolling.
we have literally one little tiny window to work out while we were filming. And
if with the wardens.
If that. Like,
but you guys got to explain that. No one knows what you're talking about because when you are on a show, you're watched and you're babysat.
Yeah,
by conservators.
You have handlers. Yes. It's like a zoo.
Conservators.
It's like you're in a zoo.
I'm Britney Spears. You're all Britney Spears.
We have somebody eyes on us at all times. So when you film a show, we all had to stay in our own hotel rooms. Like we all had to stay in our own rooms, and we literally could not leave. They took our room keys. Like we could.
They took the room key. They took the phone.
Yeah, they took everything.
I felt like I was in jail.
Yeah, so did I.
And I don't know what jail's
Like, here's the thing, like,
but that's the kind of jail I'd want to be in.
It was a good jail. I enjoyed it.
It's not the jail that I want to be
where
in.
we go on vacation and talk to boys and meet girlfriends. That's a jail I want to be in. I was like, this
I
is
actually
literally
wanna
my
go
dream summer
back.
camp.
I almost left, but I'm actually wanting to go back. I need a break.
No, seriously, a place where
No.
it's socially acceptable to like do your makeup all the time, work out with the girls,
Have all new
meet
outfits.
boys.
That's true.
Mhm.
I just don't know if
It
I
was
want
so
to
ideal.
go back to Whistler ever again in my whole life.
Really?
I
There were
you
people
guys
having good times.
You know
there.
what? You guys like
Partying in
that
the
jail
ski
because
lodge.
you guys broke out of jail. I am
Libby.
Libby. I stayed in jail the whole entire time.
Ma'am,
Libby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, tell me because I didn't know you.
Wait,
You
when?
did?
When?
She's like, which time?
We all kind of like
I never broke out. I
came to each
who
other's
was
rooms
shopping
a
that
couple
one day?
times.
Was it you? I like literally was leaving with my handlers like a good girl, and I'm walking out and I see Angel coming back with shopping bags by herself. Not
Wait,
not a
that's
handler in
hilarious.
sight. I was like,
Not even a friend in sight. Didn't give a shit. I needed
did
some
try
new
and
fits.
sneak out once to see the Northern Lights. Okay,
they're not in Whistler.
I heard
Are
that they were.
From whom?
And one of our conservators, who was
Okay.
it? Yeah, you know, conservator and conservatee. And and I was like, I heard that they're the Northern Lights at 1 a.m. Can I please have my phone to set alarm? They were like, no, but we'll come by and knock. They never came by to knock. So I'm like looking at my clock, staying up. I'm like, it's gonna be so magical and I'm gonna see the Northern Lights. I didn't.
Of course.
I didn't because as I'm going out of the hotel, they were coming in. They're like, "What are you doing, young lady? Get
Yeah, it was
back in your
crazy.
room."
Okay, let's talk about leading up to it because we had the first impression outfit that I actually still have. I might put it in a little box. I wanted to burn it. The first impression outfit we wore how many times?
That stupid
4?
orange dress.
I wore an orange outfit too. It was like a burnt
Why
orange.
did they put us both in orange? Mine was like
They
a
put
blood
me
orange.
in the most like tight, can't move. Things
like
are
college girl
falling.
dress. Ever.
So rude.
Yeah, it was
So rude.
They did that,
Screaming.
yeah.
It was
Stop.
screaming 22.
Listen,
I loved it though. I was here for it.
By the end of the show, so like one thing that I don't think people know when you like film a reality TV show is like you. Can I look at the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. One.
Thank you.
Well, I'm so used to filming
Yeah.
reality TV where you can't look at the camera.
Yeah. No. Look at the camera.
No, but-
Tell the people.
So when you film a reality TV show, you have to like retake scenes a bunch. Like you have to wear the same thing and you might be interviewing one day and then you might be interviewing in the same exact outfit like 5 days later.
yes.
So all of our first impression looks, like we had to redo those interviews.
It was 10 impressions
times.
later.
Yes. So like,
They're like, what do you think about this guy and this guy? I'm
I
like,
don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember who I am. I don't remember
Yeah.
where I am. I don't know. But I will say about that little college girl dress, Andrew actually told me recently that it was his least favorite dress that he ever saw me in. And he was like, well, that one was cute, but, you know, the other one's slayed.
like
And I was
your
like,
first
that's great to
impression
know.
was the worst one that he saw.
You mean the one that I took a photo shoot in?
you mean the one that's probably going to be on the cover?
Literally.
Perfect. Honestly, though, it was like the most like random dress. And when they picked that, I was just like, okay, that is a decision.
Yeah.
No, the thing that I'm like the
They pick
most
it for
curious
you.
about, you guys, is what are our cast photos going to look like?
I'm so scared. It's going
I
to be
am
me doing
so
something dumb.
scared.
I know.
I swear they're going to choose the ugliest photo of me. I just know they will. I know they will.
because I've seen sometimes people's eye is just not the same. I'm like, that's not my ankle.
Yeah, I know.
What were you thinking? And I have a button gut. Like, why wouldn't you tuck that in? Like, so yeah, I'm worried too.
I'm scared.
I
The
am
fact that we never saw ourselves on camera, we never saw the photos, we never saw what was being shot. I'm like, I still do not know what my face looks like on camera. And I know I'm going to watch back and be like,
okay,
Yeah.
told me.
Let's
Those
talk
producers do me
about
dirty.
my first, and I talked about this with Gabby, the hot tub scene with Sean.
Oh my god.
So we talked about this
Straddle.
yesterday, and I'm like, first of all, I hadn't kissed in such a long time. It was probably 20 months or so since I had kissed a guy.
20?
Mm-hmm.
20 months.
20 months.
You amaze me. 20
No, I
months.
wasn't. It's not
That's like-
bragging. It's not bragging. It's just like I'm busy.
No,
Yeah.
But
that is
so
bragging.
when I
Like,
kissed him, I moaned.
Wait,
Yeah.
The kiss, I moaned.
She
Oh.
moaned in the hot tub.
Like,
But like an audible moan.
like a.
God forbid a girl has a good time.
Thank you.
So
The
glad.
Puma was out. I was like, bitch, you just opened. I don't
I'm
even
sorry,
know.
you were attracted to him. It's been 20 months.
Yeah.
Listen,
Let her live.
If they don't use that soundbite
What?
in the
I'm gonna be-
teaser.
I'm so sad. I'm sad.
Why?
I'm worried Because I have 3 grown children.
No, it's fine.
One of
Listen,
which is only like
everybody
3 years
makes out.
younger than him.
Listen,
So
Then you know what you should say to him? That's what you're supposed to like do is like make women like have fun and whatever. And if it was like a daughter watching it, it's like, sorry, this is normal. Like,
listen,
like,
we're having fun.
you're being
You
sex
were in
positive.
the moment. You were in the moment. You were having a good time. Like the connection between you and Sean was wild. I remember like you guys just could not like keep your hands off each other. So
I think that's
I
mostly
do
my
feel-
fault.
but you know what?
I can't even blame him. I think it was mostly me.
Well, I mean, you're hot, so yeah, it was you. Sorry. Like you're
No, I
gorgeous.
meant like I couldn't stop touching
I
him.
wouldn't be able to take my hands off you.
really?
either.
Let's talk about who you matched with, which is Justin.
Yeah, I matched with Justin. Had a little fling with Lenny Len.
Len is one of those guys, and I said this on the fly. He seems like he would be in every commercial,
Yeah.
like
He's on the
toothpaste.
cover of books.
Duh.
Len is, you guys,
That's amazing.
Len is literally AI. Like,
He's
I don't know if they're gonna edit this out. I really hope that they did, and they do. Please, producers, do me a favor and edit this out. But like,
It's
my
already
date, my date with Len was so awkward. Like, so awkward. Like, we sit down and he's like, I don't know, like, what was happening in my mind or why I was so nervous, but like, he starts to talk, and right as he starts talking, I'm like, "You're handsome," and like, he's talking while I'm like, "You're handsome."
Oh my god!
No, it was so bad. And I'm like trudging through the dirt in my Chanel slingbacks. I'm like,
Us in the
this
woods
is-
was the
I
best
literally
thing
was like,
ever.
why did you guys put me in these shoes? Like, I'm wearing Chanel slingbacks in the dirt. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Yeah,
It was madness.
our friends. Hi. Okay, we are going to take a quick pause and then we'll continue. All right, guys, welcome back. I know we did a little bit of a teaser at the beginning, and more of the girls came in, and they were fashionably late.
Yes.
I'll kick their ass. If this was actually on the show, the bus would have left.
Right.
So let's be honest. Okay, you guys, welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself, because that way I don't have to go around. And let's start with Vicky.
I'm Vicky
From
Nashville.
Awesome.
I'm Brenda. I live in LA.
Ashley from Indiana. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
Cute.
I'm probably gonna lose mine too.
Okay.
Leah Nicole from LA.
It was this.
Oh, I'm Catherine. I'm from New York.
I'm Livia. I'm from San Diego. I was like, wait, do you introduce yourself, or is this like it's your show? You don't do that.
I'm
I
Angel.
can. Hi, it's me. Okay, guys, welcome. By the time that this airs, this would have already been shown. Everyone knows all the deets. So let's just talk about like behind the scenes, what people don't see, what we like. We were just talking about when we were watch like Wardens, and they were on the treadmill, and Livy snuck out. We had.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
She did.
I didn't.
Gabby knows all.
Yeah,
I'm
she.
trying
I
to
think,
see the
by the way,
Northern
I think the
Lights.
producers knew exactly what was going on. Like, they did not, I don't even think that they, like, even really cared.
Well, let's talk about this. So
It was the handlers
whole
who
point
cared.
of
The
the
handlers
show-
were like, this is my job. Stop talking. I'm like, okay.
No, they were running it like
so
the military.
mad. I know.
Right.
They were like,
Okay, the whole point of the show, you guys, was Age of Attraction. Do you really feel like now that it's all said and done, it's been over like a year or almost a year? So do you guys really think that age is really like? Would you still date someone older or younger, or do you want to stick to your age group after experiencing this?
I mean, we know my answer.
Wait, what was your answer?
My boyfriend is currently 30 years older than me.
Okay. First of all, he's our boyfriend.
Yeah, he's our
Like,
our
If
boyfriend.
you're dating him, I'm dating him.
And then I am too.
Yeah.
So he's great. And it's kind of crazy because he's so much older than me that we were just having, Angel and I were just having this conversation. That is actually like such a big factor when you're taking somebody seriously at my age, because I'm 32. So that means he's 60 years old. And like,
That's
I want to
not
have
too far
babies.
from me.
And
Pass him over.
like,
Yeah.
And that's
Correct.
if
John
we
Miller.
have babies, like he's gonna be like so much older when our kids are like young. And
Right.
so I think that like it's one of those things, it's almost like very sad, because it's like you'll love somebody and like get along with them so well and be like, wow, I could totally see a future with you. But then it's like, is that even like, you're just making a sacrifice that like it just kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, it makes me sad to think about that, like we're not going to be in the same place if we have kids eventually,
Sure.
and if we do all that together. So it's actually kind of like a really weird thing. Like, and this is the first time I've really had to like deal with that. Like, I've dated older, but I've never dated like this much older. So I don't know. It's
Do you
kinda
think
weird.
it'll be a deal breaker? Like, are you just gonna kind of see how it goes?
I don't know. I mean, like I told you earlier, I think I'm just like praying on it. And I'm just like, listen, whatever God has in store for me, that's what's going to happen. And like, I really care about him. I really like him, but we'll see. I mean, it's been 6 months. So,
and all the single ladies.
That's
say,
great.
"All right."
Oh, yeah. One day at a time where you are good, okay?
What about you guys? I know that you guys have dated some after the show. Any younger, older?
I feel like you can have immature guys that are older, you can have immature that's younger, and you can have guys that are responsible and mature that are younger. So I don't really feel like age is the reason I do or don't date someone.
Because you were with Brian,
yeah,
and he was your age.
yeah. I mean,
or
he was a few years older.
Okay.
but I really didn't look at age. I didn't care. Like it was just more of like a vibe.
Yeah. Oh, that's all we had to go off of.
I mean, yeah.
For the love of God, give me something.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I was moaning in the hot tub, so there's
Yes. That will be shown.
I'm praying that by that this time, like
That was the moment. What was it? A good
Can
moment?
you give us
we did it. We said, I was like,
We're getting into
What was
ASMR
he doing?
podcast. He just kissed me.
just touched her, just touched her shoulder.
listen, when
It's been a while.
when a cougar hasn't been touched in a while, she purrs.
I think at this point,
She
it touched my
purrs, bitch.
kneecap.
She
and I would be
purrs.
purring,
Yeah.
so I get
So
it.
she purrs.
Okay.
What about you,
I
Brenda?
think after the show, I went with someone younger just
Projector
for an
voice.
ego boost.
Yeah.
I needed a hot guy.
How much younger?
I think he was like 7 years younger,
Okay.
so it was cute.
I like that.
Just an ego boost.
Just for
So
fun.
I was just like, I need a hot guy. There's no
Yeah.
hot guys on the show. Just plain.
Bring into my opinion.
But yeah, so
Tell me
I
how you really
needed.
feel.
Wait, you didn't think any guys were hot in the show?
No.
Guys, I'll be honest, when I first walked in, I just was so overwhelmed with emotions that I was just like, get him out of my face.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know, like, why are you guys doing a show? Why are you on a dating show? What are you doing here? Who are you? Like, I was just freaked out. And so I remember they'd ask me about people, and I'm like, I don't know, he's fine. Like, literally, Andrew was like, he looks good in some lighting, I guess. Like, I just couldn't get myself to be like, hot man. And I mean, yeah, I don't know if they'll show the part where Wes came in, but like at first that's all I saw was like one person in the front, one person in the back. I didn't see anything in between because I was just like, and I was like, oh my god, there's more. Get away from me. I was so scared. I was so scared.
I was nervous too. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Me and Brenda had the resting bitch face.
Well, yeah. No,
And it wasn't until Gabby came up to me, our producer, and was like, if you don't get your shit together and start flirting. And I was like, oh, for the love of God.
I know.
So me leaning over talking to Sean like this, like,
Yeah.
because I was like, it
Was that at the cocktail party?
Yes.
I literally remember that. I like looked, I'm like talking. I'm actually like avoiding what's his name, like at all costs. I'm like, get away from
Who
me.
said his name?
The little guy. I
Oh,
forget his
Tristan.
name. Yeah, Tristan.
Oh.
He was there?
Yeah, he was at the cocktail
Jimmy
party.
Neutron. I kept calling him Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, no, wait,
That's
never
when
that.
at first issues. Yeah.
And then so I'm like, you know, like doing, you know, dodging him like left and right, like.
He
and then
loved
I like
you.
look
He loved you,
over.
Catherine.
I look over and I see Angel and Sean, and she's just like, and I'm like, oh, and I was like, Shanjal, okay. Like I was like, I like that. And then yeah,
But you didn't think anyone was hot? No one?
There was some.
I was he's hot. He's cute. He's good looking. He looks like he could be on commercial.
Okay.
I thought Len was very handsome, but he's literally AI.
No, he's very
Like
stiff.
he's
No,
AI. He's like,
you know the funny
"How are
thing?
you?" He had
Me and Len were across from each other more than one shot, and he even looked up and he goes, "Why do they keep putting us together?" I was like, "Sorry,
I'm real.
fucking sorry,
Guys,
fuck you."
I already know what Libby's gonna say
Yeah, so
about her.
I just love this. One of my favorite memories is like the first day. Like I said, I was so overwhelmed and just like also so tired. I had like 4 Red Bulls and I was like, I don't know who I am anymore. And I sat down with Len, and here I am seeing like this handsome gentleman, but my brain immediately filters like, that is my dad's age. Of like, I just couldn't even like, it wasn't getting through to me, but I was like, oh, he's nice, whatever. First, I remember he was asking me if I buy or rent in San Diego. And I was like, what a question to start with. Yeah. Like, okay, or is master over
like,
here. Yeah. And then we start talking about his lawn care service. God bless him. I'm so happy. He's
Irrigation,
so happy.
it is.
Irrigation.
Yeah.
So then they asked me on the interviews, and I was like, yeah, you know, like he was just talking about his lawn care. And I was like, Mr. Len, you sweet soul, do you think that there's anything in this little brain about irrigation?
Yeah.
And then whoever was asking the questions is like, so are you trying to say you wouldn't let Len mow your lawn? And I was like, you are not getting me to repeat that. I was like, I don't know if I would let Len do lawn services in my home, especially since we are talking about renting, and I don't think homeowner.
Right.
I'm like literally like, you're not getting me to say those words on TV right now. I will never forget that. The first day I was like, you people are trying to twist my words.
But yeah, it's when all the debauchery started. When things started happening.
Who here had a threesome? Not a threesome, but like,
I was like,
like who had a love triangle?
Not on
I know
camera. No, just kidding.
Ashley was in a triangle.
Oh yeah. What's even a triangle? I don't know.
I feel triangularized. Yeah. I mean, it was square.
My own head.
No, it was a
I
square.
said a square.
If there was Justin in there.
involved.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I would have.
How did you guys have so many goddamn ideas?
I literally only ever went on dates with Andrew. No,
like ownership.
yeah, no, square. Love square.
Love square. Yeah.
Okay, how did you
square.
feel about that? Starting with you. You were in a love triangle with who and who?
I mean, was she in love? I mean, it was a like triangle.
Yeah,
It was a like
an
triangle.
interesting.
It was a crush triangle.
Yeah.
I had a crush on her. She had one on me. Andrew, like, Justin had one on. Who knows?
The whole thing, I was like, this is too much for me. I think my biggest thing is like, it had been a long time since I'd even had a crush. So I was just so excited to like have two guys that were just great men. I thought they were attractive. I was just excited to feel again, because it had been so long, and
Like 20 months.
Show, not girl, 39 years. Yeah, okay. I think we all know that. But it had been 6 months before then where I'd only dated one guy. I've only gone on one date since the show. I've just been on a dating sabbatical.
I haven't yet gone on a date.
And mine was someone I had already known. So like for me, it was just exciting to be excited. But I'm also like I'm an empath, I'm a feeler, and so I was like constantly worried about Libby and like this is too much for me.
Yeah.
So that aspect was just, it was a lot for me, and I don't like to hurt people's feelings, and I don't like to be like, I'm like one crush, and then if he has another crush, I'm usually like fine. But this is the purpose of a dating show, so it was like it was overwhelming for sure.
Well, again, I've watched shows like this before, and you're like, why is this little twat crying? It's silly. You barely know someone.
Yeah.
And me, I was
Yeah.
the twat crying. Like those
That's your
were real.
whole life and your whole world, and
It
you get so
feels-
immersed in it. There are no distractions.
Yeah.
There's no distractions. This was our world. I think that's why we trauma bonded,
Yeah.
right? Like we feel like
We
you
didn't have
know each
anything
other.
else to do.
yeah.
We were just looking at each other.
So the tears were real.
Yeah.
Especially for, I know a lot of us, like going home sucked.
Yeah.
Having feelings for someone and being hopeful sucked.
Yeah.
If you could do it again, what would you do differently?
I would relax more. I think I was so like anxious and nervous at times. I feel like I don't always sound like a man, but when I do, I come on a podcast. I think I would relax more. I think I was so anxious and in my head that at times I forgot to like enjoy the moment. And I think when I was like with the girls, it was much easier. But I'm an overthinker by nature. And so like getting, I would overthink an age, I would overthink a location, I would overthink a look. And so it's good for me to get part of that out. But I think I wish I would have had just a wee bit more fun at times.
I know.
Actually, that's why I love moments like this. I'm like,
Same.
I do have a personality, I promise.
Yeah.
But
We didn't get to have a lot of fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed some drink.
Yeah. It's a fact. I mean,
Yeah.
I have with the
I had
fun.
you guys.
I had fun with the girls.
I had fun 100%.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't
I
have
had
been
fun on
such
camera.
a
nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And you take everything very seriously.
Yeah.
And like what I will say about the triangle of it all, I feel like I'm also a really empathetic person, and it was hard for me to know like, I don't know what's happening, but also I'm not the type to kind of be like, you know what, I'm gonna go for what I want. So I'm like, you guys enjoy. I'll head out. I'm sorry about that. Like, sorry to infiltrate. And I remember like going up to Ashley being like, don't worry about me, sweetheart. Like, we're good. Like, we're good. And I just feel like also, I don't know, it's just such a unique circumstance where also like, if you do end up with the person that you're dating, you want to know that like you gave them the autonomy to like do whatever they want, and the other girls had it, and we all could like go out, and at the end of the day, we still like ended up together. Like, I think that that's a special thing. So I think it's also a unique experience to kind of test an early relationship. Like, so how are you going to act when there are like all these other girls? How am I going to act when there's all these other guys and we're stressed and all these things? Even like the traveling of it all, I think it's really interesting to test an early relationship. Like, I think that there were trials that we all went through on our dates that was like, we would never know what this felt like until months down the road, several dates later. But we're like, immediately, you do this, you don't do this, whatever, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could do it again, what would you do differently?
I think I probably wouldn't have been so awkward on my date with Len because that was like so embarrassing. I know, like literally, I was so hard to watch, and I didn't even watch it. I was watching it in my head. It was an outer body experience. My body was floating in the air, looking down, like, "Girl, don't do that. Don't say that."
I think Chloe felt the same, right? Or was that with
I don't know.
that was William? When she
That,
said
like,
he was
Jacques.
like, I looked into his eyes and I saw my soulmate. I'll never forget
I think
about
like I think what I would have done.
She didn't mean to. No, she came
Wait,
back.
she said that to him.
She came back. No, on the interview. On the interview, she goes, She comes back. She's like, guys, I think I accidentally just called Glenn my soulmate. I don't know how they got me to say that, but I did not mean to.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you had a thing with Jacques.
Whoa, I thought he had a yacht. Okay.
yeah, turns out it was a dinghy.
I don't think he has a yacht. So I was giving him credit for that, but that was it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't really have anybody.
Well, you did have Jacques. I mean, you were kind of talking to him.
You know.
You did.
I think I had an awkward date too with Jorge, and I think I should have just been more relaxed. And it was just, he's very serious, so it just got me to like,
And
okay, let's be serious.
like I don't know about you guys, but I felt so much pressure on these dates because we had such limited time with the guys, and like it was like stressful because you're like, but I need to see if something is there, and then like you only, and also it's so weird when you only have like, imagine if the like our lives, like the world was like this where we only had like 20 guys to pick from, and you're just like, well, I guess I gotta choose one. Like, I was like, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what to do. And also, like, the guys were not very like forward. Like we were the ones that were like kind of like, you know, we have to talk. Like, I feel like I need to show interest in these men.
Courage for sure.
I didn't know
so
I
that
had
was
to.
a little bit weird.
I didn't know I had to be more outgoing as well. Like I'm old school, so in the real life, I want a man to approach me.
I think all of us.
And so but had I done it different, I would have had a little more fun and a little more flirty and a little more just like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your number, call me tonight. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't call me. Hold on. Wink at me later, baby.
That dude was winking at everybody.
Who?
Remember the dude that was winking at everybody? Come on, who was it? Oh, wait. David.
David and me.
Yeah, what?
I just heard
but we were just in our love square. We didn't notice.
I know, like, probably
at me.
show. I was
I
like,
don't remember David.
sorry for being
Does
here.
anyone notice you?
I felt like everyone was getting like flirted up, and I'm like,
He lives in California.
He's the one in California that's
LA.
the
He
surfer
lives in
guy.
Oh, the one
He likes to
that
sing.
sings.
Oh, he didn't serenade me, but I heard he sings.
I have to sing
Okay,
it.
what's one thing that you guys, because we got to go soon. What's one thing that someone that people watching that they don't know that you could reveal? Like something that is like, did you make out with someone when the cameras were off? Did you sneak away? Did you kiss another guy and no one knows? Did you kiss a girl and no one knows? I mean,
Who kissed the girl?
Libby and I kissed.
Oh, but it was a friendly kiss.
Yeah, it was like a little cheeky
Like,
little.
and it was
What, should
actually
you
a
just-
little
what-
peck.
what-
By the way, I kissed her before Andrew kissed her.
okay,
So-
well, do it right now. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, what kind was it? Now they scared?
You guys, I got this on camera again. I have PTSD. Like, but my secret is, me and Andrew totally had our first kiss off camera that night that we snuck out. I'm sorry.
I know.
Like everyone know, but it was honestly because with like the cameras and everything of it all, everything felt so produced. I remember one second when I got my phone, I snuck away and called my mom, and I was like, "There's this guy, and I think he's cute and whatever, but I think he's an actor." Like he's because it's so
Hey,
produced.
love.
And he was so weirdly good that I was like, wait, I'm really outgoing and friendly and talkative. Why are you better than me? Like, this is weird. Who is this actor? I don't trust you. So then I was like, what's he going to do off camera? And then, so that's when we kissed. And then I remember going next day, like, yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm pretty nervous for our first kiss.
Wait, did anyone else forget to reveal their age in the promise room?
No.
I did.
didn't make it to that.
No, I literally forgot. I literally forgot to say my age. Like I was like, so
great.
this is how I feel, and thank you so much.
Thank you for
And
your time.
Here's your ring. And then Gabby's like, Catherine, your age? I was like, oh, I'm 32.
I didn't forget
Like,
about
I
that
totally
part.
forgot.
Well, when I told
The whole
Sean
plot
my
of the
age,
show.
he was like, like he already knew. I'm like, this little bitch did.
Yeah.
He did his homework.
Yeah,
He
Brian
searched
did
my
too.
Instagram
Mine too.
prior,
Brian
and
looked
he
it up.
already knew, which was so shitty because I didn't know
Put
his
your
age.
age on. You have your age. on
No,
yourself?
but you can Google
No,
us.
but
Like
you
some of the people that went home gave
Yeah,
the
you
name.
should confess.
He said, I knew
and
your
the
age.
Yep.
And I was like, that's so shitty. Like,
Yes.
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 I was like not on my phone. I was not looking at anything.
Some of the
because
girls
honestly,
that
it
left,
was
I
giving me
knew.
more anxiety, like
Mhm.
like thinking about like the outside world. Like I was like, I can't think
Yeah, no,
about
it's nice not
and
having
it,
a
like I
phone.
just can't think about it. Like I just have to be like zoned in and
Real quick, has any of the guys slid in your DMs?
yeah.
Who? Let's say it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yes. Well, I did
got
go on a
multiple
date
balls,
with
okay.
Jorge.
Oh wait,
I did. After the
wait,
show.
how was it?
We were cool. We chatted.
Okay.
Not my guy.
Yeah, I remember seeing something.
Yeah.
Or not
He's
review
cool.
Jorge.
Okay.
Switch it up.
That's me. And
That's
I was
good.
like,
That's good that you
Yeah,
gave
but
him a
I
chance.
gave him a
though.
chance.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, because
Yeah.
we both admitted that our date was awkward. So I was like, let's see, So we have
Sure.
a lot of things in common actually, but he's just the homie. John is in my DMs.
Constantly.
Constantly.
He likes to do that.
You guys had a
Don't
little
get
play
Mother
for her.
Teresa mad. 'Cause I'm not trying to.
Yeah, don't.
Yes.
Like creepy in a creepy way, or just like hearting
sending
everything.
random, like memes about a day and get. It's like, bro, you can't even
Really?
afford me, first of all. But that's another thing. Let's see.
Wait, John can afford you?
No.
Does he have that little
He lives with his
car?
mom, I think.
Oh,
She said, "Doesn't he have that little cute car?"
little convertible cute car. I'm just
I
kidding.
love
Let's see. There's other people.
Brenda's DMs are on fire. I love. I know. Why not? I'm not surprised.
I'm like, why didn't you talk to me in person?
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
pisses me off. Like,
Yeah,
no one
classic.
came. Besides,
Yeah.
I give credit to Jorge for shooting the shot.
Yeah.
But
So
no one came
Jorge-
to-
David.
what's the guy with the teeth?
Justin.
Yeah.
My Justin.
Yes.
Justin's been in, by the way, Justin's been in every girl's DMs
Okay.
since the cameras went down.
Who's every? Nobody.
Well,
We're
like,
good over here. You're
probably
fine.
like
You're safe
6
from us.
I mean, that was not gonna happen after the show. I found out, but like I'm not surprised that he was in the girls' DMs, but like it's just funny. Like I've had so many girls be like,
She knew
so me
about
and
it.
Justin have been
She knew
DMing.
who I was talking
Like
about.
I'm like,
Okay, Justin, shoot your shot.
yeah, I'm like at least give him like a month, bud. Maybe just wait until
She's
like the
heartbroken
cameras
still.
have been
Anyone Any side of your DMs?
I've like had friendly like interactions, but nothing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing.
Girls.
Oh, me. You never know.
I would like to plead the fifth.
Okay. I wish I.
No, guys, I'm kidding. It's nothing like super juicy, but I will say that this group of men, God bless you all, I love you so much, but they're chronic story likers. And sometimes I think that like translates into where sometimes I'll be like, hey, yo, was this like, sometimes I don't know if I'm picking up on flirting or if I'm like, oh, are you just really nice?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely the type of person that,
you.
yeah, someone will be like super flirty and be like, oh, that guy's flirting with you. I'm like, what? No. He's just a nice male. So I think that there's a lot of that happening, but we all went through like a weird thing together. I think that we'll all have like some sort of friendship, like no matter what, and like a weird shared experience.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just that, but I don't think that there's been anything crazy. Like, leave your man's.
Good experience, like good interactions with people post show. I feel like I have nothing bad to say. Like it's actually been nice to get to interact with people a little bit outside and actually kind of get to know them better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
girls,
think-
too. I feel like everyone always asks me, "Oh, is there
about you,
anybody that you
Angel?
didn't like?" No,
No DMs. I mean, they'll like my story.
I love everyone. Yeah.
Not everyone likes me.
Who calls it?
No. Everyone
No, it's calling
no.
yeah.
Really?
Any
No.
DM sliders for that listener?
You were like a little right little.
No
I
DMs.
was.
They're very curious.
everyone.
Now
I
I'm
like everyone.
interviewing
It's
you.
absolute sure.
Yes, I'm with you.
Who was it?
No one.
What?
Someone.
what's
Something.
the-
No,
what's
no,
the
no,
deal?
I mean,
Singers did not make friends.
I'm single, so no one.
Have you been
knows.
on any dates?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Do you have any crushes?
No.
Are you on any
Um,
happy apps?
No apps.
Anyone in your DMs?
No.
few.
Who? Okay. Who? If like a bunch of people watched the show and all these people were watching it, who would be like your dream to slide in your DMs? Like
Yeah,
celebrity.
good question.
It could be like a
Trevor Noah.
celebrity. Okay.
Ooh, I love that.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
I go okay.
I love me. I love me some Trevor
Can we
Noah.
ask the class? Who
Who
would be
is
your
he?
dream to slide into your DMs?
Anthony Joshua.
No.
Who's Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, I don't know who these guys are.
Okay. I mean, like celebrity-wise, Brandon Sklenner. If we're talking about social media, Reed Choi. I think you saw.
I don't know any of these.
Me, I'm the worst. So don't even ask me right now because I gotta pick a single person, right? Because you know,
You like the married?
no, because like I knew like before when they grew up, you know, when they're young and like you just follow, like,
they're cute. So you don't have a
know.
celebrity crush?
Wait,
Not
what?
like really anymore.
No?
I don't follow people like no, like Jason was hot, right? But he's different.
Yeah.
No,
so
he's like a different character though, but he's hot.
Yeah,
He is
That
hot.
makes sense.
I
So
actually
that's
remember
what's
me and Ashley talking about celebrity crushes and realizing really on that we had the same type.
Morgan Wallen.
I have the,
Oh, the
No, it all
country.
makes sense. It all
Who's
makes
your
sense.
I almost sent you this reel the other day and then I lost it.
You should have.
It was a
Oh,
bit-
I remember us being like him, and then I think we circled.
I think that we all did this show to meet each other. I'm super grateful for all you guys.
Yes.
We bonded completely.
hot.
We're still friends to this day, which is crazy. We're in a group chat, so I know a lot of crazy stuff gets said in the group chat
A
more.
lot of crazy stuff.
I would love to have you guys back where I get to interview you, one-on-one and get personal and get to know your story. But thank you guys. Thank you for coming for my 10-year.
Yes,
Let's go have drinks. Let's go have fun. And I'm glad I have some sisters on the show. Your sisters. So cheers. Cheers, guys.
Seriously.